Today we're going to be discussing passive income. Now this is by no means the last time I'll discuss this because it is a broad subject, and depending on what you focus on, there's much to discuss in each of the different options you have to create some passive income. When you're a freelancer or when you have a full-time job and you want to create some passive income on the side. So let's get to it. Now, passive income is a funny beast, and you will often only reap what you put in. When I was first researching on, working for myself, being a freelancer, and what I could do to bolster my income, if perhaps I had a few months where client work wasn't coming in, obviously I was really excited to hear about passive income and the different ways I could earn money online by doing the work once and ultimately being paid multiple times, because that's the crux of a passive income stream. A lot of people seem to sell it along the lines of, this is a great way to earn extra money, you can make all these awesome graphics, people will buy them and just watch the money come in. And that's a very idealistic way to look at it, because it does not work like that. I'm going to keep it very realistic with you guys. It does not work like that. You might get super lucky and take a photo that is just happens to be in demand, that there's very little of that particular type of photo out there, that people will find yours and just buy it up. You could be lucky. You could be lucky on print on demand and make a shirt that is just came off the top of your head and just starts trending, and you'll be selling tens and tens and tens of that shirt every day. You could be lucky. But what they don't say when people are trying to sell passive income to you is that the vast majority of people who upload work will never make a sale. Why? Well, I'll try and explain that from my side, how that's worked for me, because there's been failings. There's been successes, but there's been failings. And I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. All right, let's just get straight into it before I waffle too much. So the first and the stream of passive income that I rely on the most is print on demand. And print on demand is a way that you can get your designs, your digital designs on print, whether it's on a t-shirt, whether it's on a mug, on a poster, whatever you can think of. There's companies out there that are offering print on demand services where you can just upload your design and people will be able to buy that design on pretty much anything. And it's at no risk to you. It's absolutely free to you. All you have to do is upload your art to that website, arrange it on a thing, arrange it on a shirt, arrange it on a duvet, and people will buy it. Doesn't that sound fantastic? It is, but there's a lot of catches. So let me start by saying, when I was first introduced to print on demand, I was super excited. I think I went on to Redbubble, was the first one I went on, and I saw all these really cool designs. I thought, I can do this. I can make stuff that's similar to this grade of quality, and I could make money, and I was really excited. So I'd see like sort of top selling stuff and try and emulate that kind of design. So I was seeing a lot of kind of geometric abstract art that was selling really good as patterns on, pillows and duvet covers and stuff like that. And I thought, I can do that. So I'd spend all this time making these really cool geometric abstract designs, and they just weren't getting searched. They weren't getting searched, they weren't getting looked at, they weren't getting sold. I kept going on that vein, and I was just wondering why I was not getting any sales. And the problem is, yes, you might make stuff that is just as good as the stuff that's really selling well on these sites. But if people can't find you, they won't buy your stuff. And that's the main thing. If they can't find you, how are you ever going to get sales? And why won't they find you? Oh, I've used all my keywords. I'm still not getting any traction. Well, keywords are the most important thing, but yeah, you can't use obvious keywords. Yes, people will search for funny cat duvet, But if you try and go in with a funny cat design, there's so many other funny cat designs that you're going to be right at the bottom of the pile. You really are. So you've got to come at things a little bit differently. If you know funny cats are popular, do a funny cat with a frog. If frogs are also popular, you've just melded two very popular niches, and people who like cats and frogs, they'll find your designs like, oh, I finally found a design with cats and frogs, I'm going to buy this. You've got a corner in that market. And this is what took me far too long to realize, far too long. And even though I was watching videos about people who were saying this very thing, find a niche, I was like, oh, well, you know, if I make good enough designs on a already big niche, I'm bound to get found. No, you're not. You're not. So I'll probably do a separate video directly related to print on demand, because it's a big subject and there's a lot to say about each of the different services. But I don't want to take this whole video talking about my print on demand trials and tribulations. So what other passive income streams can you do as a designer where you can earn some extra cash? So the second big one is obviously stock graphics. So there's a lot of companies, especially startups, they can't necessarily afford to get a big, you know, agency to do their graphics for them, or maybe they only need a certain thing. They just need a graphic of, you know, a flat design man writing on a piece of paper. Stock sites are fantastic for them, because 9 times out of 10 they'll go on a subscription service, they'll find the graphic they need for a presentation or whatever they need it for, they'll buy it and they'll have full use of that graphic to use as they will. The problem with stock graphics, exactly the same as print on demand, is there's a lot of competition and there's a lot of people creating the same stuff. So they'll see stuff that's selling, like lots of, you know, flat design icons, and think, oh, well, if they're selling it, I can make a slightly different version and mine will get sold too. No, because again, different sites, they're different algorithms. Yours might be just as good as a top seller, but if it's going to the bottom of the queue because of the algorithm and people search for that, they're going to get fed the top selling stuff first. They're probably going to go for that and not want to buy yours. They're not going to go that deep into the search results to find yours. So again, research is key. If you really want to take stock graphics seriously, you need to do proper research on each particular site that you're using. So going in, searching for what's trending. If you find, say, you know, a design of cats in different positions, think, oh, that's selling really well at the moment. And then search specifically for cat positions, and maybe that's the only result, thinking, oh, that's selling really well, but people don't have another option. That's a little niche I can get in on. So I can do a different art style of different kinds of cats doing different kinds of positions, and maybe when they search and they're finding this particular one that has been selling, they'll see mine too, and mine might be a better option for them. So just like print on demand, when it comes to stock graphics, if you really want to take it seriously and you really want to get a good little income stream coming from them, do your research. Try and corner particular niches and markets that haven't been touched. Try and see what kind of work is trending, where the art styles are going, what kind of things people are buying, and work that into what you can offer. But give them something that is not already offered. And sometimes that sounds hard because you think, oh, people have thought of everything. So do your research and maybe you'll have more success. But there's no promises with this. And I think the same can be said with any kind of stock photography, because everyone and their aunt has a DSLR camera at the moment. So some photography stock sites are really good, and they will send us an email every month to say, this is what people are searching for and they're not finding on our site, so we need photos of X, Y, Z. But those photo requests are just getting more and more specialist. They'll be like, we need to see Sudanese children in their classroom. Who's going to be able to do that unless you're a teacher in Sudan that can take some pictures with parents' consent of these children in a classroom? So they're very specific, which just shows you that your day-to-day general photography, there's so much of it. If there's not a market for it, people don't want to buy it. Simple as that. So yes, photography is a funny beast, but again, you want to only be contributing stuff that you know is going to ultimately sell. I'm not trying to put you off. I'm not trying to say don't put any of your photos up because they're never going to sell. No, please do it. But understand that if they don't sell, that's probably why. Another thing you can do is create a course. So if you are absolutely kick-ass in Illustrator, especially a certain type of art style, teach it to others. So you can put a course together, put it on a website like Udemy, and every time someone purchases the course, you will get a commission on that. Brilliant. Another thing I've come across that people always seem to promote is writing an ebook. So if you have a sort of a specialism in a particular part of design that people will be interested in learning, maybe put an ebook together. It's something I haven't explored. It's an option. It's an option. So in a nutshell, passive income is great, but also be aware that the vast majority of people that either contribute to print on demand, to stock photography and stock graphics will not make a sale. So the way to go forward is to do the research, do your work, try and find niches that are profitable, that sell, that the demand for what you're making is out there. It needs time, it needs attention, and it needs maintenance. But with all of that, you can be successful. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if it was. Like and comment, and obviously subscribe. And I will see you soon with a brand new video going in depth on print on demand. Because that's where I'm seeing loads of potential for myself at the moment, and I want to try and teach you what I've learned to get you started. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.